Let's ruin our lives.
Getting pissed at high tides, chewing up like cyanide. Please don't revive. Let's ruin our lives. Some pills in acid, nails in my casket. That sounds romantic. To just ruin our lives.
それじゃあビデオ見てもらいます。寝んなよ。
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Ruin Our Lives. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons. I am Josh Hensley in a bedroom in Phoenix, Arizona. Joining me today from Philadelphia, second guest from Philadelphia, I mean to say, it is solo artist, the master of audio and visual Scum, self-described. It's Dirty Monkey. Welcome on, man.
What's up?
What's up, man? Thank you so much for coming on. So, first questions are, where are you from? What do you do? And why do you do it?
I'm a little north of Philly from the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, which is, I mean, I like our scene better than Philly's, but I don't like our amount of venues better than Philly because they have a nice choice.
Yeah.
Why I'm a solo artist, I mean, I've been a musician for quite a few decades, and I've been in a lot of bands, and right when they all started getting kind of traction, that's right when everything fell apart. And then I actually quit music for a couple of years and got into film production and stuff like that. So
nice.
That's when I started getting the itch again, and I was like, how the fuck am I going to do this? I don't want to fucking work with other people again, because if there's any type of failure, if it's just me, that falls all completely on my shoulders. And I was like, now that I know a little bit of fucking film production and shit like that, there's got to be a way I can intertwine the both of them. And I just started playing making noises with a metronome and recording shit on a handheld recorder and feeding it into like a little shitty laptop I had in GarageBand,
Nice.
which was like really fucking barbaric, my intro to stuff. And I had like a little handheld Sony cam, and I was just making kind of like almost weird performance art type shit. Fucking everything was black and white, and so it revolved around like animal testing going on and shit like that. So, and then I was really getting into it, and each time I did something different, I upgraded one piece of gear, and that's just been always my goal, is to always upgrade each level of me putting something out, whether it's my camera quality, whether it's my music production, whether it's the DAW that I'm using or anything. I always want to, including in my performance, because going from like a whole band, which like I was in like a choreographed deathcore band, our stage show was fucking intense, and going to just one single person, I was like, I need to fill that space of entertainment. Because like even back in like the performance art days, I set up my camcorder and I recorded my first couple of shows and watched them back. And I was like, man, if I was at this show, this would be the guy I'd go out and smoke a cigarette during.
Okay, yeah.
So I was like, I need to figure out a way to keep people engaged. And that's when I started editing clips that go simultaneous with my music, which is a good thing and a bad thing at this stage, because my stage show is one track.
Oh, okay.
So if I start one thing without the other, it's going to be off. And then if the power goes out and like halfway through the set, I'm fucked.
Yeah. So you're doing like mixed media on stage?
Completely, yeah. I got a foot pedal, a footboard, the Roland, I think it's Roland CT Footsie, and that controls my lights. I have those all rigged, and then I have a short throw projector, so it goes behind me instead of in front of me.
Okay.
That I have putting my edited video, and then I use a Cymatic Audio LP16, which is what I put all of my music on, which is mostly now written in Logic. And it's just, everything's got to be like all the buttons right before the show.
Right.
Nail it down all at once.
What so do you carry like a projector screen with you? when you
Yeah,
perform?
yeah, I got
Oh, okay.
I got multiple ones depending on like
Right.
if I'm playing a basement, if I'm playing a hall, if I'm playing a venue. Usually they'll always like have a projector or a
Right.
blank wall
Right.
or a screen or a blank wall, and I bring my projector with me because
That's dope.
unless I've worked with the sound person before, I need to start my stuff
Right.
myself at the exact time.
For sure. And sound people being notorious for, not exactly
Yeah,
doing exactly what the musicians need. For sure.
yeah.
That's really cool, man. Yeah, I checked out your stuff, dude. It's super cool. Very eclectic. What? So you listed like a few genres on your Instagram. Is there any like which one would you most identify with, or are you just musician?
Obviously, just being a juggalo in general, I get filed into that category, but I don't really get too many shows within the family community. I mean, I've played The Gathering, but that was with another project.
Oh, okay.
And I've played quite a few like goth shows, like dance clubs and stuff
I
like
can see
that.
that, yeah.
And then, I kind of feel I went on tour with two death metal acts. 2 years ago, I went with Buzzherd and Pale Horseman, which was awesome because they'd have their locals go on, then I would open up the package. So it really added a different mix. So if,
Yeah.
I like mixed shows, as everybody likes mixed shows if you like all the acts.
Right.
But
For sure. Have you ever gotten like I don't know, like backlash from like purists or whatever, like who wouldn't be like accustomed to like a solo musician?
I think it's if I get any backlash, it's from somebody who hasn't seen me or watched my shit.
Yeah, yeah,
so
for sure.
their opinion just isn't valid. And
Nice.
if that's all haters or anything like that. If they're talking shit on you, why give them attention? Because they're not
For sure.
they're not your people.
For sure. Well said. Okay, interesting. So, something that I saw coming up on your different sites was audio and visual scum. What is it that's making you embrace like that dirtier, darker side of art?
Well, when I started this project, I was definitely in a really dark place, and it was like most musicians or artists, it's a good venting area.
Yeah.
And I like a lot of my stuff is surrounded with depression and suicide, a lot of things people deal with. Like one of my favorite tracks and videos that I did was Dysmorphia, and that's it touches on male-based suicides, and I feel like the more you can talk about that stuff, like in a good way, a healthy way, so to speak, the less maybe you'll carry that burden.
For sure.
At least, that's what I hope, at least.
Right. For sure. Yeah, no, I'd say that's a pretty the positive side of like the goth attitude, you know what I mean? Like make beauty out of the darkness. Like there's healing in that for sure. Okay. I guess how would you like describe your sound other than Scum?
I mean, clearly nowadays, I definitely utilize the trap hi-hat and snare.
Okay, yeah.
I just really like the way that you can fucking have that tick of a hi-hat and go up and down, because anybody who even deals, not even just electronic music, finding the right snare sound is just such a motherfucker. So when I find the right thing for a certain, for 1,000 Years of Misery, when I wrote that album, I was like, all right, I'll use these sounds specifically for this album, and then the next album I'm going to find a different sound. So I'll try to structure, if I'm working on an album or an EP, I'll try to structure it around like the same sounds and stuff like that. But if I'm writing something that's like completely like different from what it is and I'm feeling it, I'm still going to throw it in there. So I'm trying to make more hooks, more stuff with catchier hooks these days, and more of a solid dance beat.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I am doing a lot of the club, like it's like half DJ, half band, and so I'm trying to like get that feel. But I'll still like do my ballads and stuff like that, because I still have songs that are like 9 minutes long that I'm just like, I want to perform them live, but if I got a 25-minute set, man, that's 3 songs I'm playing live.
Right, for sure.
So,
yeah, and people's attention spans being so short nowadays,
Yeah.
or just in general. So, like, I mean, like, keeping the for lack of a better term, pop sensibility. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like a lot of like dark. I guess the perfect example would be like 9 Inch Nails. You know what I mean? They took industrial into the mainstream by keeping the you know. So okay, so when you're performing live, so are you playing an instrument over the backing tracks, or are you just like singing, or you got a table?
I'm just doing vocals. I really want to start bringing out my piano, because during like I've always been, you know, I grew up as a metalhead and a punker, and I still am. I love guitar solos, so I put a lot of bridges where I'm not going to say piano solo, because I ain't that fucking good at piano, but I do a lot of like just piano bridges, and I want to, instead of figuring out what I should do during those breaks live, because I'm just there, which is usually sometimes I'll go take a piss if it's long enough break, or I'll go to a bar and get a drink or something. I want to have my piano out there, but that's also the burden of being a solo musician, is I load everything into a CRV myself, load it out on stage and load everything in. So it's
for sure,
everything falls on my shoulders. So, but I do want to start incorporating, getting an actual piano up there, and instead of just having it backtracked, you know, even I can, you know, noodle around just knowing what chord my songs are in too.
Yeah, true. That's a good point. Yeah, I was in a band that played over. I was in a band that played over backing tracks. I played guitar over the backing tracks. So, have you ever dealt with the frustration of like the sound system cutting out like mid performance?
Man, yeah, and that's
it's always rough, huh?
It's detrimental for me, because I bring a sub with me, because I fucking love bass heavy music, and my 808s, like, once again, it's just like my snare and my hi-hats. Like I want my 808 so dominating. So if I'm playing like a local, you know, VFW or a basement show, I'm like, they're not going to have a sub. So I made it a point to save up and get a hell of a banger sub, which was kind of stupid, because once again, I'm loading it and unloading it myself, and it's fucking huge. But whenever I bring it in, like, I'm always that guy. Every other band's like, hey, can we plug in your sub?
For sure. For sure.
I honestly don't care, because I'm usually always first on scene, because I like just being there early, and it's set up, so plug in, go ahead, just... I'm controlling your volume, buddy.
For sure, for sure. Now, this might sound a little off, like, track or whatever, but, like, what are your thoughts on that every performer at a music gig or whatever, they have to stay for the entire show? What are your thoughts on that?
I'm an older dude, so, like, you fucking book me on a Wednesday, dude, and I got work on Thursday. I'm sorry, unless... I gotta be out, dude.
For sure.
I'm not in my early 20s, you know. I think young bucks, put your time in, stay the whole show, network, do all of those important things and make your presence known. But as like a mandatory thing, I feel you'll get to a certain age or a certain level where it's like,
it's impossible.
Don't hold it against the God. For
sure. Yeah. I agree 100%, dude. Like, and then going like still drunk, hungover to work the next day. That's the
brutal.
Worst. For sure. I forgot what I was gonna say. When did you start playing music, and did you like take any training, or and what instruments did you like start with?
No, like I want to say 10 or 11 years old. I had enough money to get a Fender Stratocaster, and you know that's all Mexi, but still, it was the one
that's great, yeah. That's awesome.
And I mean, like, you know, like I said, I'm old, so like there wasn't the plethora of affordable things that there is now. So,
for sure.
But the shitty thing was, I only had enough for an electric guitar. I didn't have enough for an amp for the cables. I didn't even think that through.
Yeah.
And I had the Ride the Lightning tab book, and there wasn't internet. So I'm definitely showing my age with no internet, trying to figure that out and stuff.
I'm guessing we're near the same age. I'm 39.
41. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna be 40 this year. Sorry to interrupt you, but yeah, I mean, to start with a
To give an
Strat's pretty.
idea.
Yeah, exactly. But to start with a Strat's pretty fucking great, man. Like,
Yeah.
That's
I was
awesome.
stoked. It was
for sure.
$325, man, and I still got it to this day. You know.
Oh, really?
It
That's
doesn't sound as it doesn't sound as good. You know,
Right.
I got a 7-string Franken guitar I built now that's kind of
nice.
like my main guy, but you know,
Okay.
still I'll pull the nostalgic Fender out with all of my shitty teenage stickers on it. and-
Right, for sure. Well, I mean, like nowadays, what the cheapest Strat is like $700, $800 probably.
I mean, I think since you know Fender, I believe that they are Squire, so you're
Right.
getting
True.
you're getting kind of the same quality if you get
Kind
a
of,
Squire. You're
yeah.
just not getting that your name because Squire I don't think was a thing then. I think
Hmm.
Epiphone was still a thing then, which was Gibson's
Right.
lower tiered guitars, but Fender
Yeah.
was just Fender.
True,
I mean,
true.
a US back then was $1,500, so
That's
like
insane.
there was no
Yeah.
way I was getting a
sure.
US Fender.
I feel like, yeah, no, that you make a good point. Like the difference between like a Strat and a Squire is minimal, I would say, compared to like a Gibson and an Epiphone. Like the last Epiphone I had,
Absolutely.
dude, like the bottom of the fret, it was like hanging off the fretboard, so it was like scratching my hand when I was trying to play. So I moved and I just got rid of it. I was like, I don't need this. This is a piece of shit.
Yeah,
But
when you're not bleeding from Steve Vai and you're bleeding from the actual hardware,
exactly, yeah.
it's not a good sign.
And I used to have a Les Paul. Well, after my dad passed, I got his Les Paul, and that thing, you know, it's got that big, thick jazz neck. It was like butter,
yeah.
you know. So what do you prefer? Like you said, you have this 7-string, and I'm interested in how you came about putting it together. But do you prefer Fender over Les Paul or Gibson? I mean,
in my opinion, like I'm kind of once I'm on something I like, I'm kind of a loyalist and
Yeah.
I'm thick-headed, so I don't like try too many other things. I think
sure.
Fender all around is just like an amazing company.
oh yeah,
From what you know, from their guitars to their basses to even like I have a fucking 74 Fender Bassman
Nice.
215 amp,
Nice.
and god damn, to this day still it
Oh, yeah.
fucking bangs. Like,
Is it a tube amp?
yeah,
Yeah,
all
dude, for
heavy
sure.
as fuck.
Oh hell yeah, you can't go wrong with Fender, man.
No, I love them.
Yeah.
You know, as far as the basses, the Jazzmaster is dope. I do crush on Ernie Ball's basses. They're
Right.
you know, there's no way in hell I'm ever gonna fucking own one of those.
Right. So
But I'm a fan of them.
how did you come to like create your own guitar?
Like a lot of musicians, I was a Guitar Center employee for a while.
Oh, nice. Right on. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got that solid discount, so that
Yeah,
helps when you
for
don't have
sure.
extra money.
Right.
One dude there was getting rid of his 7-string ESP, and I was like, I'm not really that big of a fan with ESPs, but
Right.
there was this thing called Backstage at the time, and it was an employee portal for like discounted gear.
Oh.
So I was like, you know what? I'll fucking buy this ESP off of this dude Evan, and I got blue Spurzl locking tuners off of it. I got the Seymour Duncan ceramics off of there. Fucking loaded those in. Those are the hottest pickups ever. So like throwing those on a 7-string, that was absolutely beautiful. You know, throwing a little a bone, you know, the elephant bone nut on there.
Okay.
And then some strings. And at the time, the chick I was dating was a bit of an artist, and I sanded down the body. I had her put a painting on it, and then I polyurethaned over it. So mine's completely custom. And then I think it's called Iron Age is the company, and I got a blue kill switch installed in it too. So it's all
nice.
like blue and black hardware. Yeah.
I love that. Hell yeah.
Banger.
What about pedals? What do you work with pedals?
Tube Screamer.
Yeah.
I still just loved the fucking the Metal Zone freaking
Yes,
boss.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah, for sure. You can't go wrong, really. I mean, yeah,
No.
for sure.
Now, I don't really need it if I'm playing out of my 5150. I just use the tube screamer on that. But if I'm playing out of my Fender, the Metal Zone, baby. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
come on. I read in Old Guitar World, Kirk Hammett was like, I keep my volume at noon and I keep my distortion at 1 o'clock, and like that's been my Bible for my Metal Zone. Like from there on,
for sure.
Boss chromatic tuner, and then I got a Boss flanger as well, and then classic Crybaby on the side.
Oh, okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah, for sure. Have you ever messed with the Mooger Fooger by Moog?
I've seen the Mooger Fooger, yes. Dude, absolutely.
Those things are crazy. You can get crazy sounds out of those things. They're pretty rad. So I'm interested in you playing at the gallery, but first I want to know what these goth shows are like. I've played at a lot of goth shows. Pretty great shows, you know? Like, there's some snobs, just like in any other scene that there is, you know, but all around very friendly vibe. You know what I mean? Like, so since you and I are like sort of the same age, something that struck me playing all those shows was that all the younger kids aren't getting fucked up the way that we were back in the day. You know what I mean? Or at least myself. I don't know about you.
I'm getting fucked up the way I am now.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
I think we're 20 minutes in.
For sure. But yeah, so yeah, what are your experiences like at these goth shows? Like, pretty open-minded people, or?
Well, I'll tell you this. I fucking hate 21 plus shows.
Okay,
like,
me too.
I absolutely despise 21 plus shows. I hate fucking doing it because, you know, I'm a person who's like, hey, what's going on tonight? Hey, there's this show. It's not really a show we're interested in, but we're mainly going to the bar to have some drinks. And I feel like a lot of people are like that. We'll have the show in the background, but we're there to hang out and stuff like that. So you always get that, I feel, at 21 plus shows.
For sure.
The scene in my area, man, it's definitely... I'm now realizing it's the passing of the torch, because I'm seeing some real young people, but like they don't have like specific cultures. I feel in the younger groups now. I feel like they're everything. There's not punkers, metalheads, goths. They're like just a fucking ball of all of those Play-Dohs mixed together.
Right, alternative.
Yeah, like they're wearing Jenkos with a freaking a dictionary shirt with a ball chain necklace, and there's not one style, which is good, you know.
That's a good point. I never thought about that. Everything really is blended together with them, I guess, because of the internet, right? And like,
for sure, it's gotta be.
Do you feel like? So I mean, you know, obviously, I don't know how Philadelphia is. And I'm from LA originally, but we grew up in the same time period. You know, punk and like new metal and stuff was on the radio, like when we were young. That shit ruled the airwaves and MTV and shit like that. And it was very it was basically mainstream. So I felt like it was easy to start a band and easy to get like a following. I feel with this younger crowd, like even though they have a wider access to attract people, I feel like it's more difficult for them to really like stand out. You know what I mean? Like, and especially with the way like streaming services are, there's really no hope to get signed or anything. Like, what would even be the point? You know? And then if you put your music on like Spotify, you get so little bit amount. You know what I mean? Like, like
it definitely has to be. I feel like it's always had to be a passion. I feel like for our generation, it was absolutely, I've got something to say, I'm starting a band. And now I kind of feel like it's, I want to be seen, I'm starting a band. Not to say that there's not those people that are like doing it for that reason. I just feel like since everything is so saturated and it's all at our fingertips, it's like I was explaining to my buddy the other day, like, was the albums that we had every song a banger, or was it just because we only had that album and for the next 4 months until we can afford another one, so we just played it over and over and over again? and reading the lyric booklet while sitting next to the fucking stereo or with the headphones on, and like sculpting this love for this group, when now it's, you know, if your song's over a minute and 30 seconds, it's like next,
Right.
next,
True.
next.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
I love long songs.
Right.
I do. I love a fucking orchestrated song.
For sure. Same here. Are there any like younger groups that stand out? Actually, you know what? Scratch that question. Are there any other bands or musicians that you regularly play with?
There's these homies from Philly, Indigo Ranch. They're like a post-punk. They're a two-piece. They're fucking cool as shit. Emily and John. They've I played their record release show. They played mine. Nice. Whenever I'm on a show and they're like, "Hey, who else should we book?" I'm always like, "Let's get them on," and they treat me the same way. They've kind of only been they've been the only band that's kind of like done that with me.
Yeah.
I'm really shitty at booking, so.
Right.
And everything which is why obviously I fucking now am going with a booking agency.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, man, I want to play more, but
it's
dude, I suck at the communication.
Same here. I hate networking.
I don't have
with
the youthful drive, like fucking getting the zine, like there used to be a zine back in the day when I was in a punk band. It was called Book Your Own Fucking Life. Okay. And it was a zine that had like all the basement venues, and it was literally just phone numbers, and you'd page through it and you'd call them up and be like, "Hey, we're trying to book a tour, can we get a show?" And it was that easy. Now, like when we were booking the tour with Buzzherd and Pale Horseman, like I was emailing all these clubs because we had a couple of days, you know, freed up in it, and I'm emailing these clubs and they're not getting back and this and that, and I get discouraged because I got kind of a short fuse, so I'll get like discouraged for a week, and then I'll be like, all right, snap the fuck out of it, get back on the horse. And it's something I'm learning to work with. But when I was younger, I'd go up and talk to fucking anybody. It seems the older I'm getting, the more isolating I'm getting, so reaching out is just like I got to get over this hurdle, but if I can, or I get a booking agency.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think that's smart, dude. Do you find a difference in like the crowds nowadays versus like when you started playing music?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. For sure. Like, I mean, once again, it was, I would go to a show as often as I could when I was younger. Those were my people. That was my home.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to do, was go to a show. And like, luckily, here in the Valley, when I was younger, we did not have a lack of like basement venues or empty warehouses. We had such fucking awesome fucking places. I mean, I think there are a decent chunk still around me. It's just that, you know, from just hiding in my house and you know, not being involved with too much of the younger scene, because you're talking to younger people and it's like, hey, fucking, it's like, hey, let me get your number so we can network. I'm not I'm not doing that with strangers these days. Back in the day, it was like, you know, let's fucking network and shit. Yeah. So a lot of it I feel falls onto the social media platforms for your networking.
True.
And once again, I suck on social media as well. I don't think I've posted something since, you know, a couple months, and I got a couple shows coming up, and you know, I'm waiting on flyers, or band confirmations to make the flyers, and people are like, "Are you active? Are you inactive?" I'm like, as long as I'm breathing, I'm active with Dirty Monkey. Like I said, like it's a solo project. I'm not fucking quitting doing this.
For sure.
I'm not stopping music. I've been playing it my whole life. I don't care about getting paid. I've got a regular job. I fucking do this because I love doing it.
Right. I think it's crazy how bands feel like they have to have this like almost influencer type of presence on social media. You know what
absolutely.
I mean? Like it
absolutely.
Like, not to put them down, and like if you want to make a skit, that's totally cool. I feel like acting and music have always sort of gone together, but like when it's like, it's kind of embarrassing. Like I feel embarrassed for them. You know what I mean? Like I would hate to have to do that just to promote like a bar show. You know what I mean? Like it seems really stressful. So,
Nothing cooler than fucking, heading to a Staples or a Kinko's,
right.
fucking getting everybody's couch coins together, printing out the flyers, and just fucking grabbing a couple folders, walking around that town, and just fucking
it was the
hitting
best.
them to the telephone pole.
Yeah.
The record shop. There's not record stores really anymore.
I know,
That's the one that we hear, Double Decker, like it closed down, I think 3 years ago, and that was like, that was the Lehigh Valley's punk rock hub, was this place, Double Decker. I mean, people came from all over America to go to this fucking record store.
Okay.
It was Mecca for us, or fucking, Shangri-La. It was the staple. Now it's a shell of an empty shell. So it's a bummer. So like it's that meme that's going around with Kurt Cobain. Could you imagine telling this guy he has to make 15-second clips to promote his next album?
Yeah. Seriously, right. He probably would have offed himself much sooner, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, offed himself in quotation marks.
Off himself.
Yeah. Fucking, what's his name? Il Duce, that they say.
El Duce. Yeah. Mentor.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's bottom. She lets me hit her in her bottom.
Yeah. So we had talked about a little bit about comedy. You're a Legion of Skanks fan, like myself.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was on Legion of Skanks, or maybe Real Ass Podcast. I think it was Skanks, where they were playing what were they called? The Tormentors? The
Mentors.
The Mentors, that's right. They were playing them, and it was like just all about like rape. This is crazy fucking music, and they were like dissecting the lyrics, and I wanted to be like, fucking El Duce killed Kurt Cobain, but
well, then a week later he died on the train tracks, getting hit by a train randomly.
Okay. Shit.
After he was interviewed on that Kurt and Courtney documentary. Really? That was a big thing. Kind of like, maybe he didn't. Like a week later after that interview, he got hit by a train and killed.
Was he in a car?
No. They said he was intoxicated and stumbled onto the track and got hit by a train.
That's fucking insane. I never knew that. Wow. Damn. That's so obviously Courtney Love, dude. That's fucking crazy.
Money talk.
I never heard that before. Damn, that's crazy. So what was it like playing at the Gathering? You've played there like 10 times, you said? The Gathering of the Juggalos?
No, I've gone 10 times.
Oh, okay,
I mean, this past year was supposed to be my 11th, but life fucking sucks sometimes. Yeah. I played there once when it was. Now, once again, fucking, it's beating a dead horse, but like back when I played, a decade ago, it was. It was a different place than it is now. Like, once again, it's the passing of the torch, and I love the optimism, and the Juggalo culture has always been about acceptance of fucking, you don't have a home, you have one here, and the younger generation has absolutely embraced that way. But there was still, back then, if you're not a Juggalo, don't fucking come here.
Right.
Now it's like now you go to the Gathering, you have fucking influencers with the fucking selfie sticks doing it, and I can't stand it. I fucking hate it. Yeah. I liked it when it was our home.
Of course. Yeah.
But once again, the more the merry. Fucking I want to see those guys, get their dues, and fucking, because they're the longest going culture created by like two people. It's not like it's like punk rock where it was created by a bunch of people.
Right.
This was a culture created by two people that are going over a fucking span of almost 4 decades now.
True. Yeah.
And they're still here, still doing it. There's no other subculture that's like it.
That's true.
But when I played it, it was Hog Rock, Illinois, at this reservation. They would have like motorcycle gatherings there. I believe Full Terror Assault, which was a metal festival, started booking there a couple years later.
Okay.
That's no longer a festival anymore. But it was fucking huge.
Yeah.
This place. Like, it took you a while to get from one area to another, man.
Okay, yeah.
And back then there was this thing called Drug Bridge, which is like, it's this wooden bridge, and you'd walk across it, and fucking everybody would have their cardboard signs written with what they had on it, and fucking like, you're like, what I want, I'm going here, or I'm gonna talk to this guy, I'm gonna go to this guy, and fucking
nice.
Yeah, and we played on the second stage there, and none of my like, I met my band through Guitar Center at the time.
Oh, okay.
And they almost, I was 30 at the time, and they were almost like, "You're too old to fucking join our band."
Damn, that's
like,
crazy.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Right.
But as soon as I auditioned and they met me, they were like, "We can't go with anybody else." Mm-hmm. So, and I really feel like I molded the aesthetic and our whole prep and everything for that band. We used real blood on stage. Fucking, I would go to fucking
Real Blood.
Real blood. I would go to this place in Hatfield, and this guy would give me a garbage bag at the slaughterhouse, 5 gallons of fucking garbage bag just filled with cow's blood from the slaughter's pit, and I'd fucking have to drive home with it. The one time I took my motorcycle down, and it's in a backpack in the winter, and I'm driving back. And I would bottle it up in my garage in 20-ounce bottles. I'd have a couple that I'd leave outside in the sun, and a couple I'd leave in the fridge. So I had my rancid ones, and I had my good ones. So when I was playing the gathering, I was like, we want to enhance everybody's senses playing, fucking hearing, smell, taste, vision. So I was like, we're bringing the fucking rancid bottles. And we played on the second stage. Luckily we got there early because I went for the whole festival. My band was only showing up to play and leave because, like I said, they weren't jugs or anything. Right. And luckily they got there when we did, because we went up to check out the stage and we're talking to the sound guy. And this is almost any Juggalo festival. We were like, "Hey man, we're the band playing," and he goes, "Band? What do you mean by band?" And it was like, band, fucking drums, guitar, and he's like, "Jesus Christ, I'm glad you guys fucking came here. Nobody fucking told me there was any actual bands. I thought I was just going to have iPods going all night long." He's like, "Get your shit over here now so we could sound check." So we sound checked at like fucking noon. We were going on at 1 a.m.
Damn.
So we did the sound check. We were I like to say fucking, we were the first fucking death metal, deathcore band to ever fucking cracked the fucking surface at the fucking gathering, because I think it was the year after that they had I think they had fucking Cannibal and Biohazard. It could have been Guar and Biohazard, but there's a lot of fuzzy memories for those gatherings, no doubt, where I wasn't happy to be in top shape, but we were the first extreme act to definitely grace the fucking gathering, and now it's just a modge podge of everything. You got fucking mainstream acts. Like in this moment you have the weird fucking metalcore Attila's fucking Amir kind of, you got Ghost Main and Suicide Boys kind of stuff going on. So it's definitely all a modge podge. Back in the day, it was your horrorcore. You're fucking you're part of the family, and that's that fucking. So my buddy, who was dating a sword swallower at the time, her manager was the manager of ICP at the time.
Oh shit, nice.
So fucking, she was like, "My boyfriend's fucking, one of his best friends is in this fucking band, and you're getting ready to book the gathering." So Cody Sparkman, I think it was her name, and she was like, I went, ICP was playing down in Philly at the Electric Factory, and she was like, "Hey, I'll fucking put you on the list. I want to meet you and talk to you and shit like that." And I was like, I was going anyway, and now I get to go for fucking free. So fucking headed down there, met her, fucking showed her our music video, our fucking EP that was out and shit, and she's like, "You guys are legit," because we fucking straight up took everything we treated the band like a business. Like I said, I'm only friends with the drummer of that band anymore. Like it was guys that weren't friends. It was a structured, built business. Interesting, move forward. I knew nobody but the guitarist who I worked with at Guitar Center, and he was like, his favorite band at the time was like Asking Alexandria, and I was like, I don't even know who the fuck that is, dude.
Is that like an emo band or?
Primo metal, like they were like the first tip off the metalcore and stuff like that. But we played with all the crabcore bands, all of the fucking all of that. So Suicide Silence, all of that stuff back then. You know, now they're kind of considered OGs, even though it didn't seem that long ago. But so she books us on, you know, me and my homie Nightstick, we go up early because we're going for the festival, get our credentials and shit, fucking talk to the sound guy, do our sound check, and people are just like coming out of their tents like, what the fuck is going on stage after sound check? And you know, fucking it was awesome because that was like I said, that was when the festival was huge. Now it's starting to kind of get that resurgence with social media. It's starting to get that filled out with fucking jugs, but it's in a much tighter area in Ohio now. But yeah, ripping that, it was awesome. Fucking dude fucking came up to me fucking before we were going on. He's like, I fucking came here, fucking check out your set. Fucking busted out a fucking rail for me on the fucking U-Haul, fucking gacked out.
Sick.
Huge fucking rail. Big mistake, because I fucking got a recording of our set, which is the reason it's not online. I fucking ripped that rail. Fucking, we're ripping blunts and cigarettes on stage, but fucking, I always kept a stoic presence with that band. I always wanted to have mystique, so I didn't talk between songs. I would walk away and our guitarist would announce like the next song and shit like that. But after that fatty, man, I was like fucking no mystique, no none. I was fucking jaw flapping between every fucking song, telling people I love them when we're supposed to be this dark fucking evil blood band. Fucking oh man, it was awesome. It was an experience. It was fun, and we played the second stage, so it was a fucking hefty size stage at that area, and it was nice. The sound was blaring because we had keyboards. We also had backing tracks. We played everything to a click, had everything choreographed. So the sound was just so fierce. So that you know, it was a wonderful experience. I'd like to do it again in Dirty Monkey, but we'll see what happens. I'm still friends with some people in the direct fam, so we'll see.
I was gonna say, do you have to like hit them up, or like how would you connect that? I guess.
There's you know, like just like anything, there's the minors, the majors, the farms, and everything like that. And there's the you're gonna do our legwork, which is fucking you're gonna fucking buy your tickets and try and fucking email and get on, and you'll get an opening slot and this and that. And I put my time in. I'm not doing that kind of shit. Fucking if my booking agency reaches out and they're like, hey, your tickets are covered, your camping's covered, but you're not taking anything home, I'll take that.
Yeah, that'd still be cool.
But I'm not fucking, I don't pay to play, I don't do your legwork, you know.
For sure.
If I'm playing, there's going to be a crew coming regardless, so you're going to fucking be making some money anyway.
For sure.
But,
I like that. Did you get to meet Shaggy and Violent J?
No, I've bumped into them through you know, in the Juggalo community. It's not celebrityism or anything. And like I said, I've been down fucking with the fam for fucking, you know, almost 3 decades now. So even you go to every fucking show, you know, you try to go to every festival because it's what you want to do. You want to clown around, and you know they'll be out there with everybody back in the day. Nowadays, they're starting to get. I'm sure fucking it wears on you because they're older than fucking us, you know. So it's like I don't want to be fucking rubbing elbows with everybody. I don't want this drug person fucking laying on me, telling me this and that. But back in the day, it'd just be floating around. So
that's cool.
It was never like a meet and greet or anything like that. You know?
Right. With the FBI designating the Juggalos as like a gang, did that affect your life? And also, did it affect the gathering at all?
It didn't affect my life because I didn't get arrested during that span. But I mean, I'm fucking inked up with fucking, you know, we got my Dark Lotus on my wrist. I got my Hatchet Man tramp stamp fucking, you know, so I feel it affected people more, you know, if you were arrested because if you were going through the process and they're like, all right, here's a Hatchet Man tattoo, here's a Juggalo tattoo, you would get put into like the gang members' areas and stuff like that. You weren't just thrown into this. You would be considered like a harsher criminal, whether you fucking got arrested for not paying your child support or fucking shoplifting from a Snickers bar. You're going to a violent offenders area.
Damn.
So I feel it affected people more in that way. Military guys, I think military guys were getting fucked with that, like where, you know, you can't join the military if you're gang affiliated. Yeah, and
that's
it's
why did they do? Well, I'm sorry. Why did they do that? Why did they go after the Juggalos? Was it because of those 3 Juggalos that, like, I guess killed someone or something like that, and they just like lumped them together?
You're always gonna have, you know, a fucking couple bad apples, you know, spoil the whole damn bunch. But there was obviously a couple of crimes where fucking some people had some fucking hatchet hands on them. I mean, you know, it's a home for places of people who don't have homes, so you're gonna get some some oddballs and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know what the desire was. Maybe fucking at the time the FBI was like, yo, fucking, we got too much downtime. Let's see what we can do. Like these 3-letter fucking agencies, fuck them all, every single one, fucking ATF, CIA, FBI, fuck them all. But I mean, it definitely affected their sales. Just recently, you know, Shaggy's opened up more about it on the podcast. Like, their merch got like pulled from like their bigger distributors during all of that. Like, it really like hit their sales. Like, you know, like a Spencer's or a Hot Topic or something like that. When they got labeled as a gang, I guess their merch got pulled and stuff like that. So that's like fucking with like their real bread and butter. You know, like. Sure, you don't make too much from shows. It's every band makes it fucking merch sales. So
definitely. Damn, that's fucking insane. That must be the only musical act in all of history that's been labeled a fucking gang organization. I mean maybe the Grateful Dead. Maybe. Maybe the Grateful Dead. Like, I don't.
Yeah, they had a hell of a following.
Yeah, for sure. That's fucking nuts. Because, I mean, I don't think they ever went after people with, like, anarchy tattoos. You know what I mean? Like,
you got your insane. Slipknot maggots, the Kiss Army.
Right? Tool fans. Tool fans are, like, the biggest criminals in the world. I am a Tool fan. You know? But, I've always had nothing but love for the Juggalos, man. Grew up with a bunch of them. You know, they would organize, like, backyard wrestling at, like, local parks and shit. And one of them's, like, a fucking national champion now or whatever. Shout out Vito. I forgot what he went by. Vito Fratelli. Shout out him. Nice. Anyways, yeah, he's real cool. Before we move on here, and we'll wrap up. Damn, this went by fast, dude. We'll wrap up in like 10, 13 minutes. Do you want to tell people where they can find your music and where to follow you and stuff?
I really try and push people to YouTube because I make all of my music videos and stuff like that, you know, and I do videos for other people as well, and I do commercial video as well. But I push people to YouTube because, like, some songs I specifically write because I can see a video in my head. Like, it's not... The way I write, sometimes I'll write because I feel I'm in an emotional space. Sometimes I'll write because I'm, you know, in... oh man, I got a vision of what I could do with this once this song's released and stuff like that. Yeah. But I put so much work, everything's out of pocket, you know, I don't have fucking, you know, whatever you call it, fucking contributors or anything like that. Now I don't want any of that. You know, unless somebody wants to give me a new lens for my camera, fucking Lumix G5S. Nice. But yeah, I put a lot of work into my videos. I think they get the song across more. You know, everybody's supposed to interpret music in their own way, but some of my songs would be specifically interpreted for fucking the way I write them. Okay. You can get Spotify. I suck at uploading to Bandcamp and SoundCloud. I still got a couple of songs I got to put up there, but I believe everything with my distributor. I think everything's on Deezer. Everything's on Spotify. I think everything's on Tidal. What are the other services out there? I know everything's automatically on YouTube, even if it has a video or not. My distributor automatically puts it there. It's just Bandcamp and SoundCloud. I have to upload that on my own because that's not involved in my distributor. So,
okay.
But I'm on all the streaming platforms. Like I said, YouTube, and don't fucking watch it on your phone. Fucking break out your fucking computer, put your headphones in so you can get the experience. I don't know how people listen to shit out of their phones, man. I don't care if it's a fucking $10 pair of earbuds or you got the fucking big Maxers on.
Right.
Fucking throw in headphones when you're listening to tunes if you're not listening to your car. Get that experience. Hear those little tracks that are recorded at such smaller decibels and the panning and everything like that. Feel the experience of the music. Like, that irks me.
For sure. I never heard of Deezer. What is... That's just like another
Deezer
platform,
was how I got my music out to Germany. Like, I think it's other places, but I had a fucking German homie that was like, hey, I can't get your shit out here. And I was looking into it, and fucking Deezer was a bitch to me too, because there was, I guess, this rapper or something, Dirty Monkey, and he had 2 songs out, and it was years after I created my Dirty Monkey official and everything like that, and his shit kept getting put into my circulation, and I'm like, dude, it stuff off my page. This isn't me, and they're like, we need proof of this and that, and I'm like, I'm emailing you directly from the email that created this account. So still, I think there's one on Spotify too that's like floating in my playlist that's like Dirty Monkey song, and you hear it and it's like just some shit kicker fucking it's not, if it was good, I might not complain, because it'll get it'll send my algorithm a little fucking more, but like and then I with booking, I had a problem on Twitter with Dirt Monkey, not Dirty Monkey, Dirt Monkey. He's a huge EDM guy. He's got fucking 50,000 followers and this and that, and they're fucking tagging me on his shows or vice versa. And I'm like, guys, I want to respect the guys who have their presence. I was like, untag me off of this, or this isn't me, stuff like that. But I didn't think it would be such a popular thing, because like my whole thing was just based around Dirty Monkey. You're filthy humans. That's what we are. Every time I change up my intro to my live set, I like to dig into that, like specifically that this is the darker part of humanity, which we fucking, if you believe in evolution, we came from monkeys. And, originally fucking back in the day when it was just kind of a joke, even when I was working at Guitar Center in the old band, I was like, I'm going to come out with I'm going to do my hip hop project. It's going to be Evil Monkey. And then when I was actually starting to get it put together, my one buddy, because I don't have cable or anything, my one buddy was like, that's a Family Guy thing. And I was like, it's a what? And he was like, that fucking Family Guy show. He's like, that's a thing, an Evil Monkey. It's like, it's a meme. And he fucking brought it up.
He's
this
pointy,
monkey that
that's right.
points from the stairs and shit. And I was like,
that's right.
Fuck. And I was just going through. I was like, Filth Monkey, all of these other things. And I was like, Dirty Monkey. I was like, DM, it rolls nice. I was like, you know what? Fucking that is it. That's settled.
For sure.
Figured my fucking paint and everything. I wanted to paint up and everything, but fucking today got on hand. But like even my paint, like I use a capuchin monkey. I base all of my paint off of for when I get on stage. So it's it's a specific monkey I base my paint off of.
They're the ones with the bright faces, right? The bright blue faces? Yeah.
They could be blue, yes. Sometimes they're blue. They're the most adorable monkey in my opinion. They got the fucking spider monkey, but not exactly.
That's right.
They don't have as long arms as a spider monkey. So.
Okay, for sure.
But that's why it comes out like this. That's why it's boxed in eyes, because they have boxed in eyes and then they have the boxed in mouth.
Did you ever watch that cartoon as a kid? I think it was called Monkeys in Space. Or it was like five different. It was like there was like a spider monkey.
Yeah, they were baboons, weren't they? There was a baboon.
There was a baboon, a gorilla, a spider monkey, like a hot female ape. I guess she was like a chimp.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Yeah, I love that show. But
I was that a cartoon? Was that an original Cartoon Network one back in the day?
I watched it on Channel 9 in LA, and Channel 9 was like all reruns and like came from other networks like Mummies. It was on at the,
Hanna-Barbera.
yeah. It was on at the same time as like Mummies Alive and like Gargoyles and stuff. It was real low key. Yeah.
SWAT cats.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Or like the Street Sharks and shit. Well, I guess that was probably
Street
more
Sharks were
popular.
fucking,
It was awesome.
Street Sharks were fucking beast, man. When those
sure.
fucking figures came out. That's what I put on downstairs for my cat when fucking I leave. I put on the old school fucking cartoons for her.
That's tight. So we have to wrap up soon here. Who's your favorite punk band?
My favorite punk band? Ooh, fuck, man. Fuck, like, you know, as any, like, fucking kid who likes horror and anything, that, you know, the first, I got, Metallica was the first metal band I got into, and fucking, you know, you go through the liner notes and the thank yous, and Cliff Burton was wearing a Crimson Ghost fucking shirt. So before I even knew who they were, I went out and bought a Crimson Ghost shirt because fucking Cliff Burton was fucking wearing one. And then fucking got into the Misfits that way.
Nice.
You know, but like, fuck. My logo, if you notice, it's kind of like a hat tip to crust punk. It's almost like a Crass logo.
It's sort of like Crass, yeah.
Off Rotten, which was Off Rotten was one of Pennsylvania's finest crust punk bands.
I thought they were from England. I had no idea Osrodden was from
Osrodden, Pittsburgh.
Really?
Yeah, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That was that's our fucking go rotten.
Are the Dead Milkmen from Pennsylvania?
I think they are, because fucking there was an old head that would always have them fucking come to his bar whenever they were playing, and it seemed like they were friendly. That was a little bit more before my time, because he was a little bit older than me, but I wouldn't put it past. That's that whole fucking Angry Samoans era fucking style punk.
For sure. Yeah, I think they're from Philadelphia. For sure. So,
fuck, man, you really put me in a bind with this question, because fucking, you know, I love Boy too, like The Last Resort, fucking Skinhead Anthems. That's one of my favorite albums. But
nice.
Fuck, dude. Fuck, favorite fucking punk band, and Cockspire too. And I guess got tickets to their last tour.
Okay, so it seems like you like the more crusty side, like the more street.
But I absolutely was going to say the Unseen, Lower Class Crucifixion. That album front to fucking back, and Casualties for the Punks front to back. It's like, I still spin those albums to this fucking day, and fucking, oh god damn, yeah, like it's such a toughie. I'd have to do like a top 5 other than a top 1, you know, like.
No worries. No worries. Let me see here. So, okay. So, since you're... I've asked this question to a couple people, but I think it's really more appropriate for you and your type of art, since you're in like the darker side, which is, you know, what I love. I mean, it's called Let's Ruin Our Lives. I model everything off of like goth and punk, you know what I mean? And like black metal. Do you believe or not believe that like explicit artistic content can inspire real world negative consequences or violence? We'll use Columbine, and everybody's saying that Marilyn Manson inspired Columbine. We all know that's not fucking true, but...
Right there, I got my fucking Columbine tattoo.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah.
Dylan, rest in peace. I got escorted out of school that day because I was wearing a trench coat by the police.
Dude, I wore a trench coat to school, and in high school, I was like 16, they pulled me out of class, and they asked me if I was a white supremacist. And I was like, all of my friends are Mexican. I live in Los Angeles. Like, no, I'm not a fucking white supremacist. They really fucked with alternative people fucking after that shit. But
yeah, I got taken out of school in cuffs that day.
Yeah,
it was wild.
That's fucked up. So it had fucking negative consequences to you.
To me, yeah, specifically, yeah. Fucking, I think that music has less negative effects on the earth, as much as way less than these politicians, the mainstream, or not even mainstream, fuck it, because mainstream media isn't even a fucking thing anymore.
Right.
I feel like politicians and podcasts and fucking social media have such an outnumbering more negative effect than music. Anything, like, once again, anything's gonna have its bad apples, but I will fucking fight tooth and nail for fucking music, self-expression, art, and everything. That it's such even if it has a negative effect in one person, if it has a negative effect in 100 fucking people, it compares nothing to the lies that were spewed day in and day out from people who are supposed to have our best interest in mind. They're the fucking, fuck them. Music is fuck them.
Nice. You said it, man. Bro, I couldn't have said it better myself, dude. Fucking perfect. So we'll end it on that, because that's the fucking truth, man. So thank you so much for coming on, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude, any fucking time. Everybody, please follow Dirty Monkey, stream his music, go to his shows. Please hit like, subscribe, leave a comment or something on the Let's Ruin Our Lives channel. And thank you very much for watching.
Let's Ruin Our Lives. Fucking like, subscribe, and all of them to Let's Ruin Our Lives as well. Fucking see? This is the only way it works, is if we fucking help each other out and share each other's shit. Fucking, it costs nothing to share, it costs nothing to follow, and fucking it's we can make a fucking community if we all fucking lift each other up instead of putting each other down. Damn right, man. That's what it's all about. And what was I gonna say? Anyways, thank you, everybody. It's all good. Thanks, everybody. Please subscribe. Mahalo. Bye.
I'd rather be blind in heaven than sighted in hell.
Guess it really isn't sin. There's a better way to do the get some super luck. Don't read no magazine or some stupid book. You care about what people think because you're insecure. You don't know your heart, it's your own, but not too sure. Spend some words of wisdom to play a simple vice. If you can live to live it, that sure be nice. Start your own trend. Start your own trend.
Let's ruin our lives.